Welcome back to Financial Freedom for the Average Person. And today, it's Soba Vincent. Today, I'm actually sitting out on the balcony of a cruise ship sailing across the Gulf of America. And it's appropriate today because I'm going to talk about one of the more powerful exercises I've got in the book, and something that hopefully you can gather something out right away. And in this case, it's exercise 16. We're going to be looking at where you spend your money. And let's go look right into it. So the exercise is pretty simple, and I've used this with a lot of people that I've mentored over the years. First, just take out a sheet of paper, or you can use a spreadsheet, and then go look at your last 3 months of bills, and pick out your recurring bills that you have and write them all down. And then, like utilities, sometimes you have to go to the website to find your annual costs. But the idea is to figure out what you're spending where and how much on an annual basis. Here are some of the different areas that I would recommend you look at: electric, gas, phones, your automobile payments, insurance, house insurance, cable and subscriptions, including your cell phone, things like that, and your credit card interest and fees. And remember, credit cards, you need to pay them off. Okay. Then, after you do that, you get those expenses for 3 months. You're going to run that out to what it costs for you for the year. And then on your credit card debt, make sure you're noting the rate that you're being charged. Again and again and again. The interest that you will pay on credit cards will kill you. You have to get rid of that. And remember, you got to pay those cards off every month or don't use them. Now, list your expenses in the order from the highest to lowest, and then you're going to look for opportunities to reduce each of those costs. So the idea is you're going to find out where you're spending money, then you're going to find out the areas you're spending the most money, and those are the ones you're going to try to tackle to see if you can pull in and reduce the costs. And then the idea is to keep track of the expense you have here and money that you're saving. And money that you save should be going into investments and paying off other debts so that you're moving ahead. So this was a few years ago, and this was our look at what we were expending our money on. And you can go down through the list here, and I won't bore you with that. But if you look down, you'll notice that the largest expense that we had at this point in our lives was the property taxes that we were paying on our house. Then the second was the auto insurance. And then the third was our cable and other subscriptions. And that included cell phone. Based on that, I've created an action plan. So first, for the auto insurance, first thing I did was, like I mentioned before, I call the company and see if I can get a lower rate. Then I search around to see if I can get a lower rate by going somewhere else. Then for the internet and cable rates, I call and start asking if there's discounts available. What can I do to get the bill down? And the services that I've got, do I need to be keeping all those services? Recommend you review them every year, at least anyway. Make sure you're not paying for stuff that you aren't using. And lastly, I took a look at the tax bill and see, did it go up over the last year? Is there anything that I can do by questioning the valuation of the house or anything like that to pull it in and get it down? Now, like I said, it's a simple exercise. It's a very powerful exercise. And if you do it, I think that you'll find out that you'll be surprised where your money's going. Usually, the biggest bills that a lot of people are paying, believe it or not, are cell phone bills. But again, everyone's different. Take a look at what you got and see if you can do something to make it better. Anyway, that's me. Open Vincent. Sign out. We'll be back. Talk to you in another class here soon.